Welcome to the Board Bin. Since 1988, the Board Bin has been supporting Sideways Sports with the best selection of snow and skateboards in Idaho. We have a great variety of rental packages of top quality to choose from, and so much more. The hottest in snow sports, fashion, a women's boutique, an extensive shoe collection, a kids department, and even bathing suits. The Board Bin. Fun in the sun, fun in the snow, gifts for the entire family.
Eye on Sun Valley's Athlete of the Week is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Patrick Buchanan, agent.
I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, and it's my good fortune to be joined by Tracy and Stuart Simon, our Athletes of the Week, Pickleball ambassadors. You guys, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Pickleball, it's all the craze, it seems like. Everyone's talking about it. Where'd the game start? Where did it come from? Give us a little history, Stuart.
Yeah, so there's a story that I like and we embrace, and it is summer of '65.
Okay.
The year that I was born.
Me too.
Cool. Yeah. So three dads looking at their kids, wondering what they were going to do with their day.
Yep.
Set up kind of a modified badminton court and made up some rules and gave the kids some rackets and put them in the yard to play.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where it was born. And describe to us, Tracy, a little bit. It's got what the game is. It's got a combination of some sports to make up.
Absolutely. It's a little bit like tennis.
Right.
Badminton,
okay,
and ping pong. And I actually, we usually say that it's like being on an enlarged, standing on the ping pong table and being in an enlarged
like miniature
format.
people on a ping pong table.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. And you're holding the rackets there. It's light, and the ball, Stuart, it's very similar to a wiffle ball.
Very
right?
similar.
Yes.
A little more dense, a little more weight to it, but similar dynamic in the way that it moves and flies.
Sure. And briefly, the rules of the game.
So it's funny, when teaching the game, we try not to get too obsessed with the rules because we want people to have fun.
Right.
The court is similar to a tennis court. It's 40 feet long, and the net runs roughly 36. Well, it's 36 inches on the outside, 34 in the center.
Right. Which is similar to the regular tennis net.
Quite similar.
It's a little
quite
lower.
similar.
Yep.
There's an area on the court called the non-volley zone that's 7 feet on each side.
Called the kitchen.
Called the kitchen.
Okay,
You don't
get
want to
out of
step
my
in the
kitchen. Okay.
Exactly.
To be invited into the kitchen.
Got to be invited into the kitchen on a bounce, and
Yep.
you alternate. If you're playing doubles, you take turns serving. So it's quite similar to tennis.
Pretty simple to get the hang of.
And like
the
volleyball, you can only score when you're serving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's kind of a mixture of tennis and volleyball in terms of.
Got those elements. What do you think it is that's tennis? It doesn't seem like the numbers are growing in our country, but pickleball is growing leaps and bounds.
Absolutely.
What is it about the sport, you think?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's about accessibility. And I think it's a very inviting game. It's not intimidating, and it doesn't have sort of the hierarchy in many ways that tennis has. You can play.
Right, with the rankings and where yeah.
That's right. I mean, I play with. I have a partner I enjoy playing with who's in his early 80s, and I enjoy playing with my son who's 14, and I get just as much out of it, learn just as much, and have a ton of fun either way.
Right, and there's a social side to this too. I know you're dubbed the ambassador of the Wood River Valley, but there isn't there?
There is, and people shouldn't be afraid to come out and play because it is a lot of fun. We've met a tremendous amount of people playing pickleball.
Yeah.
We play with different people all the time. We play all over the valley. There's a number of places to play now.
Right. Tell us about some of those places.
The BCRD has made a huge commitment
Right.
to pickleball.
So right down there at the community campus.
Absolutely,
you can play.
and they happen to be, this month they're redoing their courts, but late July we'll start up again. There's three times during the week where we have committed play for 2 hours at a time.
Right.
And then they're great about, if you just want to come in and hit, you can hit with one person, you can hit with 4, with 8. So
Fun.
it's just
And
very
those
accessible.
those are indoor courts.
Correct.
Those are indoor courts.
But there's some good outdoor
Absolutely.
courts as well.
So Elkhorn right now, during the summer, also huge commitment. They have 6-7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Actually, they're running ladies and men's and mixed doubles socials
Fun.
3 days a week, and then they have clinics 3 days a week.
Right.
And then they have a big tournament at the end of July.
And then it seems like there's just courts popping up sometimes.
Everywhere.
Talk
We
a
have
little
one
bit
in our
about that
driveway.
mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so one of the cool things about the game is that you can set up a court basically anywhere.
Right.
So we actually have a portable net and created a court in our driveway. You see them in campgrounds all over. All you need is a couple people, the rackets and balls, and the portable nets are roughly anywhere from like $100 to $200 for a portable net. You set them up and break them down in a couple minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's tournaments, and you were talking earlier about it's not super hyper competitive. I mean, I'm sure all of us have a little bit of that when we step on any court.
Yeah.
But they're fun, aren't they?
It is, and one of the cool things about it is, so often in tennis we talk about, you take a partner out and you play. When the match is over, you leave.
Right.
One of the cool things about pickleball is we played last night with a couple friends, and we rotated, and we had mixed combinations throughout the games. We probably played for an hour and a half up at the courts at Atkinson's Park.
Yep.
Another great place to play. So yeah, there's such a tremendous social aspect to it. People can move in and out of games and rotate. Just a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah.
So if you're on the road and you're a pickleballer, how do you find out information about what's going on in that community where you're traveling through?
That's a great question. You can go to usapa.org,
Yep.
like the USATA, but
Right.
P for pickleball.
Yep.
And there will be locations. And you mentioned that I am the ambassador for the Wood River Valley.
Yeah.
And our sole function is really just to keep information flowing to visitors or other people who are looking to play pickleball.
Awesome.
So I get people who call me all the time or email me and say, I'm coming in from wherever and I'd love to get in on the game.
It's not just a moniker. It's
No,
official.
real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Diplomatic
So you can-
plates and everything.
That's fantastic.
So you can go to USAPA and just find locations, find ambassadors wherever you're traveling, and they'll hook you up with games and players, and you're all set.
That's great. And where can people find out some information about it if they're interested?
I think that Elkhorn right now for the summer, but primarily year-round BCRD.
Right.
Dave Keir is kind of heads up the program at the BCRD. It's
Right.
bcrd.org.
Right.
And then there's a pickleball category that you can go to under all the
on
sports.
Their page. And
absolutely.
If someone tries to get a hold of me, I'll send them
Right,
to the ambassador.
And Stuart actually teaches clinics at
great.
every level, privates. You can come, you can have a private all by yourself, or a lot of times 3 people get together
Fantastic.
and say, let's have a
Yeah.
private.
Good.
We got to
good.
get you out there.
I'm planning on it.
Cool.
I'm planning on it. It seems like a lot of fun. Well, thanks so much. I know a lot of people are interested. They've kind of been watching from afar, saying, "Ooh, that looks and sounds fun, but what is it?" And
Yeah.
you guys have helped with that, and it's going to be great to
Yeah.
get more people
One
involved.
more thing I wanted
Yep.
to mention is we're having our first senior games in Sun Valley
right,
in September.
Yep.
And pickleball is one of the categories, and it's the second weekend in September.
Sure.
And on the Saturday, the whole games are over Saturday and Sunday, but on Saturday it is a round robin, any level. If you've never picked up a paddle, you can play.
Fun.
And you'll be matched with people. It'll constantly turn.
What
And then
what constitutes a senior?
you have to be 50 years old.
I'm in. We're in. Us and pickleball are in.
You got it.
Well, thanks you guys so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for
being
having
with
us.
No, it's been a pleasure. I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, keeping my eye on Wood River Valley sports and Wood River Valley pickleballers for you. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back after this message.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.